Hello, grade 8. Today is our computer 8 in week 7. My name is Ronaldo B. Malimban, and this is our lesson for today. Let's talk about the Adobe Photoshop interface. In Adobe Photoshop has a variety of tools that can be perform the following tasks. And these are the tasks. How to getting familiar with the Photoshop interface. One is the photo correction. 2. The photo enhancement. 3. Artistic effects. 4. Creating vector artwork. 5. Adding text to images. And the 6 is the creating web images. 7. Print preparation. 8. Creating 3D objects. 9. Adding textures to 3D objects. 10. Video corrections. 11. Animating images. Next, move on to the Adobe Photoshop interface. In Adobe Photoshop interface, the Photoshop interface composed of the following parts. The one is the menu bar. In the menu bar, it is the group of commands, arrange, and menus. It is also the place at the top of the screen include the items like file, edit, image, layer, type, select, filter, 3D, view windows, and help. Next is the options bar. It shows the different options of the currently selected tools accordingly to the group. Next is the tools panel. These panels hold the different editing tools. It's related to the group also accordingly. Next is the palettes. It contains functions that can help you monitor and modify images. They are also a group, but they default the color, adjustment, and layers are visible. To view other palettes, go to the menu bar to window, choose the palettes you want to be visible. Next is the workspace. It is an area in which we will create or modify your image. You can view several images at once and transfer effects from one image to another. And this is the part of the Photoshop interface. We have number 1, the menu bar. Next is the option bar. The third one is the tool panels. Next, the palettes, and included the workspace. Let's proceed to the Photoshop palettes. In Photoshop palettes, there are the first processing is the 3D. It is used to show 3D components, settings, and option. Not only the option, but the associated 3D file. Next is action. It records, plays, edits, and delete. Next is adjustments. It is used to apply an effect to the group that you can edit while preserving the original layer. Next, the animation. Animation creates a sequence of images of frames displayed as moving picture. Next is the brush. It selects preset brushes and design custom brushes. Next is the brush presets. It creates, loads, saves, and manages brush tips. Next is also include the channels. It creates and manages channels. Followed by the character. It is used to provide option for formatting characters. Next is clone source. It is used to set up the manipulate sample sources. Next, followed by color. It displays the color values for the current foreground and background colors. And this is the picture, the types of the color. You have also seen the histogram. In the histogram, you can use this view to the tonal color information about the image. The pattern of the histogram is the history. History is stores of the displays each action performed. This will be allowed to jump to any changes applied in the image. You need to save the changes during the current working session because the history of palette clears all the contents once the image is closed. It is time to apply to change to an image. Then you state that the image of added to the palette. It is important to know that once you click on any of previous stage, all changes that were made after it will be lost. Next is MPO. It is used to display color values and document status informations. Next is the layer comps. Layer comps is to display multiple compositions of the page layout. From the layer comps, we have the layers. It is used or hides layers, creates new layers, and work for the groups of layers. Layers let you organize your work into the distinct labels that can be edited, view, or individual units. Creating multiple layers lets you easily control how to artwork or printed, displayed, and edited. You will use the layer palette to often while creating a documents. So it is important to understand what it does and how it works. A part of the Photoshop is the pictures. We have 6. One is the layer visibility. What is layer visibility? In the layer visibility is the eye icon shows that the selected layer is visible. You can click it on or off to view or to hide a layer. Next is the layer locking options. We have 4 types. A is a checkered square icon. It used to lock transparency. B, brush icon is used to lock the image. C, arrows icon is used to lock the position of the image. D, lock icon is used to lock all the options. Number 3 is the layer blending mode. In the layer blending mode, it shows how two layers pixels blend with other pixels in the image. By choosing a particular blending mode from the drop-down menu, you can create a variety of special effects. Next is for fill. This type of value of drag is the slider to specify the transparency. Fifth, the opacity. The opacity types of the value of drag that slider to specify the transparency of the entire layer. 6 is the layer lock. A layer lock is a padlock icon appears that shows if the layer is locked or unlocked. Double click the icon to unlock the layers. Now, let us do more the meaningful of the layer lock. We have 2. One is the layers of options menu. In the layers option menu, we have to categorize the new layer, duplicate layer, delete layer, layer properties. And that is the example below of the layer option menu from 1 up to 7. So this is the layer properties. Now what is layer properties? Etc. Some of the options are presented as icons at the bottom of the layers palette. Now, in the layer properties, number 1 is link layers. This is used to link layers together. Second, layer styles. Styles is applied to a layer if has F icon or it shows the bottom of the layers palette. Then click the little black triangle to see style options. Third, layer mask. It allows you to hide certain parts of the layer. It is using the paintbrush and the white paint color to expose portions of the layer. The fourth is create new fill or adjustment layer. It is used to apply the same opacity. It can be rearranged to delete to hidden the duplicated in the same manner as image layers. Next is create a group. This option helps you organize images with multiple layers. If you click the icon to create a folder for several layers, to the group them together. 6 is create new layer. Create new layer to click this icon to create a new layer. 7. Delete layer. It is used to delete a layer. Next is number 8, mask. A mask is used to create precise the editable pixel and vector based on the mask. Next, number 9, measurement log. It records measurement data about the measured objects. 10. Navigator. It is used to change the view of magnifications of the photo using the thumbnail display. 11. Notes. It is used to insert, to edit, and delete notes attached to the files. 12 is paragraphs. It is used to change formatting of columns and paragraphs. 13. Paths. It is used to manipulate its saved path. Next, number 14, styles. It allows you to view, select, and apply preset layer styles. And this you can be use the style in the palette or add, or you are using create new style icon. Next is number 15, swatches. It is used to select a story color that you need to use often, and this is the figure feature of the swatches, or to select the story colors. Next, number 16, tools. It is used to select tools. And number 16 to 17, tools presets. It is used to save the reuse tools settings. Now let's try to refresh. In Adobe Photoshop, it is an image editing software. It is one of the most popular programs for the image. And we have the common tasks of Photoshop it's used for. We have photo correction, photo enhancement, photo compositions, video corrections, creating vectors artwork, adding text to images, creating web images, print preparation, creating 3D objects, artistic effects, animating images, adding textures to 3D objects, and we have also to give a set of a Photoshop interface composed of the following parts. We have the menu bar, the option bar, the workspace, the tools panel, the palette. So children, you can't be sure to use the Adobe Photoshop. By the lineup of the palettes is composed of the following parts, like the 3D, actions, channels, animation, brush, brush presets, adjustments, character, layer comps, empo, history, histogram, clone, source, color, and so on and so forth. Now, that are the parts of the palettes that can you be used the Adobe Photoshop. So, thank you, kids. That's all for today. For more updates, please monitor our e-class online learning system. Thank you and goodbye. I am Mr. Rinaldo B. Malimban, your MAPI.